Hi, this is Michelle, the Ignited Teacher, and for those of you all who are new to my channel, I am an 18-year veteran teacher, and this is my channel where I help teachers to effectively manage their classrooms and to increase student achievement by closing learning gaps. So, today I'm going to walk you through setting up Google Classroom. Now, I've already set up my classrooms for the school year through my school district's account. So this is my actual Gmail account that I'm using for demonstration today. So I'm going to go up here and click the plus button to create a class. And with your Gmail account, it has this disclaimer come up here, or this notice from Google Classroom. This was not there last year. They've done a lot of updates over the summer. So what they're now doing is requiring teachers to have their schools to sign up for the free G Suite account for education. And I'm assuming that it has to do with student privacy and those things. So I'm going to go ahead and click. I've read and understand the above notice, and I'm not using Google Classroom at school with students. So when you create a class, it asks you for basic information. So normally I create my classrooms by homeroom. So I'll say first period. This is math, and they have their own, but you don't have to choose that. And my room is T15. And you can leave these blank if you choose to. You don't have to fill them out. But you do have to fill out like the first, I think, the classroom. And that's it, because that's required. So it's creating your classroom. After that, this screen pops up. So it just has some, like, every time they update the Google Classroom, they have pop-ups, so you can create an announcement here. Now, this is new as well. You can reuse your announcements as well. They did not have this last year, and I have found myself this year using this often because you have to post the same assignments to 3 classes. So now they have created this function where you can reuse your announcements or anything and post them to other classrooms. So I'm going to click here and say I got it. So with Classroom, Google Classroom, it now has it used to just have the stream, and it has classwork, and it has people. Now I'm going to click on where it says people. This is great because this update is great because last year they only had where you could add teammates, and now they've sectioned it off between teachers and students. You have to be careful because this year when I was setting up my classroom, I was looking for one of the students, and he was in teachers. I had actually invited him as a teacher. So when you're inviting a student or another teacher, all you do is type in the email. With the school accounts, my students are already uploaded by the district because the district supports our Google Classroom or our G Suite. If you want to add team members, all you have to do is type in, or the teachers, you type in their email account, which will be your school district's email. So that's people. If you go here, they have a new, which I love, where you can create. It's a create button, and I'm going to show you how it works. So there are certain activities that I post in Google Classroom, and I highly recommend that before starting or to set up your Google Classroom, you know what assignments you're going to have the students work with in Google Classroom. Now, I don't use Google Classroom for everything. I use it for certain things. So I click on this, and this is just creating material. So I'm going to click got it, because this is a new update, and I told you they have pop-ups. So this is Williams Classroom. Now, I create topics before I create my classwork. So I always have a daily agenda. I'm going to add that. Then I'm going to click and I'm going to add for my topic. I do formative assessments. I think I'm going to put about 4 or 5 things that I use. So my students, we use Flipgrid. And I always have one that says a topic for class assignments. Now, these are not all the ones that I have before this demonstration. I'm going to just show you what it looks like when the students. So last year, before the update, the students only had the stream, and they had to look for the work, and it was really confusing. But I like the way that they've updated. So when I give my instructions and my daily agenda, I have them click on classwork, and excuse me, it's organized, and it shows where to find each item. So, for example, I'm going to create an assignment or create material, because they've changed it, because it used to be assignments last year. And I'm going to click daily agenda. My daily agendas, I create them. Everything is in Google Drive. So you go to your drive. I'm going to see if I have a daily agenda on here from last year, because this is my personal one. Let me see. In blogging tier 2 evaluations. So I don't have one in here to upload. Let me look again. I'm sorry if I'm kind of raspy. I've had a rough start to the school year. I was sick. So let me see. I thought I had some in here. And I guess I didn't. So I'm just going to upload one of the activities I had for my students. So it's first period, and I'm going to change it from that to, and we say kinds of rocks. So I'm going to post it. You can choose to add a description. I normally don't add descriptions because my activities, well, my directions are always on my daily agenda. So if you look down here, it says kinds of rocks. If you go to the stream, you'll see it as well. The kids have to click on a link, and I guess this is kind of confusing because sometimes they don't know to click on the link, but you have to tell them, click on the link and a slide will come up. So this is what they'll see. And I use this last year to help with the science review for our STAR test. And the kids know how to move it. And it was just a little activity introduction or review for rocks. So that's what I did with that. And when the kids log on, you can see that you'll have how many people that are on there. And that's one of the things I really, really like about Google Classroom, because it holds the children accountable for being on the platform. So let me go back, close this out, and I can go back to classes. Click on here. So that's the gist of setting up the classroom. And I'll do another video on what assignments I use for Google Classroom. I do use Edpuzzle, Nearpod, and Flipgrid. I don't use a whole bunch of things. I've added those platforms because I've used them more than 1 year. Google Classroom has a lot of things that you can do with it. What I highly recommend is that you definitely figure out why you want to use the platform and what you want to do with the platform before you dive in, because it can be overwhelming for students and the teacher. So I want you to keep an eye out for my next video on creating assignments in Google Classroom and completing assignments in Google Classroom. I'll be posting that next week. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can keep up with the alerts with my videos. Sorry, I got tongue-tied with my videos. And I'll see you all in the next video.